Well, good Wednesday morning. I hope you got that yard work done yesterday because we're going to be heating up just a little bit more here today. Thanks for joining us now at 9. I'm Taylor Petrus.
I'm Belinda Post. Speaking of which, this is the Florida we know and love, right? All those high numbers hitting the 80s. Meteorologist Nash Rhodes, he can tell us a little bit more about some of those high temps.
Yeah, even when we escape the summertime, still the Florida we know and love. We've got.
Well, if you live in Cape Coral, you know about the Yacht Club, one of those places that just makes the city. Well, how does a bigger resort-style pool, new restaurants, and a marina sound for a remodel? It's a clean canvas now after Hurricane Ian there.
So look at these two renderings. The city is considering both of them. The first thing that stuck out to me, you've got a parking garage and a resort pool in both of these options. Now, in this first option, again, it's very apparent, but option 2, this massive pool, and of course, the parking garage wraps around because parking, it is always an issue. Right now, a city committee is reviewing both of these. Wink News reporter Ash Patel shows us another feature that's sure to grab people's attention.
In Cape Coral, Ash Patel, Wink News.
More than 300 books ripped from the shelves at Collier County schools, including bestsellers like author Stephen King. This morning, 2 school board members say if it were up to them, many of the books now banned in a school district would still be on the shelves. The district released its list of pulled books to be in compliance with a new law that prohibits books with sexual content. Among the ones pulled were Pulitzer Prize winners, even books turned into movies like Forrest Gump, My Sister's Keeper, and 13 Reasons Why. We asked Lee and Charlotte schools how many books they've removed. Charlotte did not respond. Lee has removed 6. Collier parents want to know why so many were taken out of their child's school, so we asked board chair Kelly Lichter.
I can relate to some of those book titles. I've read them too. Again, it goes back to the language and statutes. If it has any of this sexual content, those books are flagged.
The state did not release a list of books to ban, so it's up to each district's discretion. Fellow board member Stephanie Lucarelli said librarians could be charged if they don't follow the law.
3 people attack a man in a wheelchair, and the entire assault was caught on camera.
But I told
and as you see, I did.
But now this morning, there are questions about if the victim sparked the attack. We have new home security footage from a neighbor showing the same attack from a different angle. And Week News reporter Michael Hudak shows us what else he was able to uncover while digging into this story.
Wink News.
It's important to note that none of what the family says is corroborated by the Lee County Sheriff's Office, and attacking someone is still a crime. That's why Rodriguez and her 2 sons, Jonathan Gonzalez and Jason Chavez, are behind bars charged with abuse of a disabled person. Mom and sons are expected to be in court later this morning. Wink News will be there. We'll let you know if that second video makes any difference in this case.
New information about how a firefighter was hurt on the job in Collier County when a fire hydrant was ripped from the ground and smashed into her legs. Here's our first look at Susanna Webb. Last month, she celebrated her 4th anniversary with the department. She's also the voice of firefighter Emily in the department children's animated series called Frank and Tank, which is on YouTube. The spokesperson for North Collier Fire explained how the hydrant detached while crews responded to a house fire Monday in Naples Park.
The line hooked on the back of the tailboard of the truck and then pulled onto the hydrant. And the hydrant did exactly what the hydrant is designed to do. It pulled away. When it pulled away or broke off, it struck the firefighter.
The hydrant's since been replaced. Webb went through several hours of surgery, but is on the mend.
Our pets are part of the family. A lot of us couldn't ever imagine hurting them, but some people aren't the same. We've reported on too many cases of animal abuse and neglect just this year, which is why Lee County is now creating an animal abuse registry. The registry will show the names and pictures of people convicted of animal abuse. This will make it easier for shelters to know who they are letting adopt their animals and make sure those animals are going to safe homes.
If anyone abuses an animal in this county, we're coming for them. We're going to hunt them down, and they're going to jail. I promise you.
That registry isn't just for shelters. Anyone can use it if they're looking to rehome a pet.
An Israeli police officer is shot twice while trying to save innocent people during the initial Hamas attack.
I'm trying to walk sometimes to stay normal. I don't know how to call it, to stay alive.
Next, this miraculous recovery and how families are coping with loved ones trying to get treatment in the war.
And panic in the plaza. University of Florida students run for cover during a vigil to show support for Israel. This morning, new body camera video showing the chaos and the threat police were investigating.